Hello. Hi, beautiful ladies. LaRonda invited me on here to just share my story, share my heart with you guys. I am so excited I'm just so honored that she asked me. And I met LaRonda, oh, I don't even know how many years. I've been in the company for 10 years, but when I met LaRonda, she was just such an inspiration to me, my whole family, her passion, her joy, her faith. She is somebody that truly has motivated us tremendously. And so I got to spend some time, some quality time in Destin, Florida with her last year while I was pregnant with my baby girl, Olivia. And it was just truly such a fantastic week. I absolutely love her. So I'm just going to share my quick story with you guys. I've been building my business, like I said, for 10 years, and I got to study abroad. After going to college for a couple years, I went and studied abroad in Australia. My good friend Rachel Matson, who is Lisa Matson's daughter, I had met her abroad, and I got to be with their family a few times and go on trips and drive around the pink Cadillac Escalade. And around Christmas time, 10 years ago, they were out here visiting in Napa Valley, and we drove around that day in the pink Cadillac Escalade, and I fell in love with just the way that these women, they exuded confidence, passion, love their life. Their skin looked amazing, and I just knew that my mom could really use this opportunity. So I think that she would be great. I knew that she would be great, and I knew that she could use this company and this great opportunity. And so they looked at me and they said, Shannon, you should sign your mom up, and you know, you should do Mary Kay and sign your mom up. And I thought they were crazy. I like rolled my eyes and I looked at them like, what? I would never do Mary Kay. I loved my career as a dental hygienist, and so I just didn't see myself doing it. But I thought about it a little bit. I did go back, and my girlfriends got me to watch some company information, and I realized that these women truly had something incredible from this company, and it was confidence. I didn't realize I didn't have that, and so I thought, well, they're probably right. My mom is not going to do Mary Kay. She's going to look at me like I'm crazy. So I got my business started just to show her it was a good opportunity. And what ended up happening was I was like, well, I'll at least get 50% off my product, and my skin started to change. My skin started to look better. I struggled with acne for 8 years. I saw a dermatologist, and so I had horrible acne and just really bad skin. And so the product started to work, and I fell in love with it. I watched a huge difference in my mom's skin as well. We watched her skin change because given the time, we were actually going through a really hard time, and my father was recently diagnosed with a brain cancer. And so, you know, with stress and with everything, being a caregiver, she was not taking care of herself. And I knew that that's why I knew that this company would be good for her. And I saw a big difference in even just her skin was changing. And so, you know, we fell in love with that. I realized too, though, when I got started, I had a million reasons why I wouldn't be good, and I was scared. I literally, to be honest, didn't even open my starter kit for a couple months. So it was around Christmas I signed up. I did not even hold my first party until March. So that's quite a few months to just put it, you know, in the closet, too scared to open it, super shy, grew up being very shy. My family always used to laugh that I was like too shy to even order a pizza. And I wasn't from Napa. I moved here because of my husband, and at the time when I started Mary Kay, I was single. I mean, I was dating, but I mean, I was not married. And so, but I had moved to this town and didn't know anybody. And so I thought, well, I can do this. I'm gonna just give it a try. And so the worst case scenario, I got 50% off my product, and that was exciting to me. So long story short, my mom and sister did kind of watch me. They watched me with the company, and they watched my skin change. They watched my confidence change. And I went and did that first Mary Kay party. And I knew like one lady, actually my mom did. And so she set it up with a lady that was like just helping me. And the women at the end, they bought $600 worth of product. And I thought, oh my gosh, I can learn to like this. I realized when I left there that I made $300 in 2 hours. that's really good money. As a dental hygienist in Napa, we get paid over $400 a day. I was making a really good income, but I was exhausted at the end of the day. I was so exhausted. I worked 8+ hours building, the doctor's dreams and goals. And I was realizing that this could be an incredible opportunity that I could build for me and my family and be able to have options and have choices. But when I first started, I realized I was like, well, that extra $300, by being there for 2 hours could be super helpful to pay off my student loans. I had a ton of student loans. I went to a private dental hygiene school. I graduated top of my class. So again, that was my career. Like, I thought I was going to do that the rest of my life. But I was able to add an extra $1,000 a month, and working it very smart, not hard, working it part-time and treating it like a business though. And because of that, I was blessed tremendously. So 3 months after starting and holding that first party, I went on Target for my first Mary Kay car. And I don't know if any of you guys could relate. I needed a new car, but I didn't need a car payment. I had so much debt already. And so that free car motivated me. That got me excited. So I was working full time. 4 months later, I earned that first free Mary Kay car from holding that first party in March and then earning it. It was on my 7th month of actually working my business. So that got me excited. And I definitely stepped into the position way sooner. I moved up the career path way sooner than I ever was ready. And I would just say one thing, it is good. It's good to feel that fear and do it anyways. And the person that you become in the process is so incredible and so powerful. So I did take advantage of the marketing plan. My husband and I were really good with the numbers and the income that I could make. He's an engineer background, and he is really good with numbers, and so he's kind of tracking what I was making to see if I could supplement my full-time income. Again, in the back of my head, it was not to quit my full-time job, my career that I absolutely loved. It was more to pay off loans and be able to be debt-free. Eventually we wanted to get married, and we knew we weren't going to want to ask our parents, or they weren't in the position to help. We wanted to do it on our own, and so we wanted to be able to have a beautiful dream wedding that was debt-free. So Mary Kay was able to afford that for us. I worked this business, and I also worked my dental hygiene career for at least 1.5 years, and as he was tracking the numbers, he realized, oh my gosh, could you imagine what you could do if you just had a little bit more time? And so I did cut down to part-time, and then eventually I made the hardest decision, the craziest decision, and I quit my full-time job. I would say that was, I never looked back. That was the best decision I ever made. I never wanted to go back working for somebody else telling me when I could take my breaks, when I could take my vacation, if it would get approved or not. I just didn't like to be told no. I really didn't. And I wanted to be able to, have that freedom and flexibility, and the confidence that I feel like I have because of that, because of building my business and not having to work for somebody, is truly incredible. I also remember the day, so I earned that first car, and then I was really excited because Mary Kay came out with a black Mustang as the second car that you could earn. And I remember the day that I earned that. I was the first, it was either the youngest, no, I was the first person in Northern California to earn the black Mustang. And growing up, I had always wanted one. My dad was just incredible. He was a big thinker. He was an entrepreneur as well. And he always taught me to dream big and think big, but also that I deserve the best, and that I should always be able to work hard and be able to provide for myself, even if I didn't have a husband, or even if I did have a husband that was helping, that I always could do very well on my own as well. And so he created that independence in us. But I remember when I earned that free Mary Kay Mustang and going and picking it up and just seeing how proud he was, and the look in his face, that is a memory I will never forget. and that beautiful Mustang, picking it up, black leather interior and whatever lighting you wanted inside. I remember had pink lighting. It was so cool. The company just truly spoils us. If you could see like all this pretty jewelry I'm wearing, like I would have never had that. I would have never bought anything like this for myself. The company truly spoils us. And so I did end up, doing Mary Kay as a full-time career, and paying off student loans and paying for a dream wedding, and just everything that it has given me and my family has been so much more than I ever thought out of that, starter kit. But I really believe, when we were going through that hard time, my family, people give us this reason that they're just too busy, or it's not, life is going on. But one thing that I do know is we were going through a really hard time, and we were kind of in a valley, but and there were, obstacles, and it was difficult. But I do know that this company literally gave us so much hope and something to look forward to, and just being surrounded by incredible women that build us up constantly and pour into us. It's unlike any other culture out there. And so I do believe, like, even though my father was given, during that time, he was given only a couple months to live, maybe 6 months at the most, he lived 5 years with a rare brain cancer. It was like a miracle. People could not believe it. He's still a study at UCSF. And I truly believe it's because of like our Mary Kay family and the love and the support that we had, and like corporate even, showering us with cards. And I just couldn't believe how many cards we got. But you just never know in life what's going to happen. And I just really believe that it's so smart to have a second option, a side hustle, or, build it up, because something that can pay you over and over again and have that residual income that no one can take away from you is priceless. We have choices. And in this company, we get to choose the level of our success. And again, for an ambitious woman, I'm sure a lot of you on here, and that's why LaRonda chose you, and that's why she wanted you to listen to, people that have done it and walked it out. We in this company, we get paid what we're worth and not just what a job's worth. And to me, that is incredible. I would have just never been able to have the life, this incredible life and the opportunity that I've been able to have. It's afforded us incredible trips, beautiful trips. I remember my 30th birthday, we got to fly, my husband and I got to pay for plane tickets and fly my sister and mom and dad on this trip for 10 days at a beautiful villa in Puerto Vallarta. And it was like so memorable. And there were so many of these times that I got to do this because of the extra income that I was making with Mary Kay. So fast forward now today, I have my son Carson, who's 6 years old, just the most joyous, like confident little boy you've ever met. He is such a social butterfly. And I don't know, I probably come off that I'm, more of an extrovert, but I am more of an introvert. And so he is not. And I feel like, Mary Kay, he's seen so much through my business, and it has given him so much. And now I have Olivia, who just turned 1, and she is also a little sunshine, bright sunshine, that's full of happiness and joy. And I just love that, what they get to see through me working my Mary Kay business. And one thing, just with her being recently very, very sick, and a horrible ear infection, and just, we didn't know if it was COVID or what it was. And me not having to worry. I just couldn't imagine having to call in sick day after day and just be worried about not only calling in sick and what they're going to say, but also about the pay. With Mary Kay, we get paid. When we work this business, when we can't, we still, can make a really good income. And so that is just truly incredible and such a blessing. I'm so glad to be able to raise these confident little human beings because of the choices that I made, that I stepped out of my comfort zone and gave something new a try. So I hope you guys have a blessed, beautiful rest of your week and weekend, and make it an incredible September. Thank you for having me, and I hope to see you all soon. Bye.